Hey man, say man, back at y'all again today man with another video. Today I'm taking you along with me to Hard Off and Book Off in Kuki, Japan. Both of these stores are absolutely insane. I've seen some items and some deals here that I haven't found anywhere else. Without further ado, let's get straight into this video, starting off first at the Hard Off House here in Kuki, Japan. Immediately when you walk in the store, you're greeted with a ton of off CDs, controllers, consoles, games, and more on your right hand side. They have a tower here of various special edition controllers, from anything to SNES to ICE controllers for the 64. Right beside that, their video game CIB console cabinet is pretty insane. They have a huge selection of loose CIB and various collector's edition consoles that you can buy here. This cabinet was huge. You had anything from a Game Boy Pocket to a Game Boy Micro, even a Nintendo 3DS. Whatever you could think of handheld Nintendo wise, they pretty much had it here in these cabinets. They had an absolutely massive Pokemon section. Here in front of you, you can see Pokemon Leaf Green, Emerald, Gold, Sapphire. Up on top are all single sealed GB games. You got Red, Blue, Green, Crystal, Leaf Green, Ruby. You got a 2DS back there. They literally have every single Pokemon game that has ever been made in this store. And the Pokemon selection isn't the only thing that's crazy. They have a wide selection of GameCube, Wii, Sega, Famicom. It's not just small cart stuff, guys. They really have it all at this store. I mean, just check out this 3DS and DS section. Back into these controllers, I noticed right here at the bottom, the special edition controller. You don't see those every day. The consoles that go with those controllers are astronomical in price. And the Kyogre Game Boy SP, that is crazy. You don't see those Kyogre SPs every day. Any of those any of those Pokemon Center Special Edition SPs always go for a high price. Now guys, it's time to go ahead and make our way to the junk section. At these Hard Off stores, they have some amazing deals, and the absolute best deals can be found here in the junk section. This junk section showcase was huge. Look at all the different electronics they have, all in one case right here. You got Game Boys, iPods, Super Wonder Swans, you got colored Wonder Swans, you have different crystal models, you have special edition DS's, you have Game Boys, you have basic old Game & Watch handhelds, a huge assortment of PSPs, Genesis, Walkmans, like I said, iPods and more. This junk section showcase was the best one I have seen in a long time. Now, you know, we gotta keep on walking around because there's gonna be more than that for the junk section. And you do see a few guitars here. You got bins here lining the walls as well. And there is a pretty large selection of guitars. You got a Les Paul there, single humbucker, Yamaha SG style guitar there as well. And this is where the junk bins begin. So not only do they have the showcases, of course, they also do have their junk bins. Take a look at that PSX for just 5,500 yen here in the junk bins. A couple classic games like The Division, stack of Nintendos right there. But I figured, let's do something we don't normally do in these videos. I want to kind of get into some of these bins and see if I can find anything crazy. This is something I normally do off camera because obviously it's kind of difficult to hold a camera in one hand and actively pull through and search these bins with the other hand, but that's what we're going to go ahead and do right now. Let's see what we can find, guys. We got a ton of 64 controllers in there, a few loose Wii remotes, a bunch of different accessories, random loose things that you wouldn't even know what to do with unless you had the other end of the device. I mean, you can tell these junk bins really just keep going on, but I'm looking for anything out of the ordinary, anything unusual, anything like this that can catch my eye. Check out this new old stock Hori PlayStation controller with the plastic still on the screen. This thing is in immaculate condition, and I was like, is that the screen that's damaged? No, there's a plastic layer still on the screen. It's basically new old stock, so you know I gotta take that with me. They have a ton of other stuff here, guys. They got different loose carts for 64, Famicom, Game Boy, just about anything you could think on a small cart wise. They definitely have it here. Their guitar section is not to be slept on either. I mean, I'm not going too in depth with this one, but you can get a pretty good idea that this guitar section is massive. I mean, just look at that dub right there. Those are one of my personal favorite guitars. Looking at the shoes from the graduation pack to the cool grays to human races, even red bottom Louboutins, they really do have it all. And that's pretty much gonna wrap up the walkthrough of this store. Finalizing it up here with the designer cabinet. The only thing we're looking for here is a passport case. Looks like they don't have one here, so let's go ahead and grab this controller and head on to the Book Off. So we snagged that up. Now let's go ahead and head on to Book Off. Still got another store to hit. We are at yet another Book Off. So this will be the last store of the day, I believe. Let's go ahead, get inside a Book Off and see if we can find a deal. Straight into the Book Off. They did not disappoint. This is definitely a smaller store when you're sitting next to Hard Off Kuki, such a huge mega Hard Off. It's definitely going to look like a small store in comparison, but they did have some heat. Almost every single console in the showcase was at a discount percentage, and right away when I walked in, I saw this ice blue 64 controller and the gold 64 controller for just 1,500 yen a piece. I went ahead and kept flipping around through the junk section before I walked up through the rest of the store, and really they had a lot of the same games as the last store, but they did have a few unusual gems here in the showcase. Now some of the games here in the showcase and some of the games on the wall did have an additional discount. So if you flip through the wall games and if you flip through some of the loose games, you might just get lucky and find a deal like I did here. For example, Sapphire Ruby and Fire Red are all 20% off in this case here. So I'm planning on going ahead and grabbing that and the 64 controller, and that's going to bring us to the end of this video. Guys, thank you so much for watching this Hard Off Book Off walkthrough here in Kuki, Japan. If you like this video, chances are you'll probably like these videos too, and until next time, I'll be out this thing. Peace!